Let's take you back to outside the Krugersdorp Magistrate's Court. Hasina Gori, you've been watching events from outside court the entire morning. Do we have any update in terms of what's happening inside court?
Good afternoon, good morning, Desiree. I've just stepped out of court where at courtroom A, the immigration court, some of those suspects of the 80 that have been arrested in that mass operation over the weekend have started appearing. We know that they made a first appearance on Monday when the case was then postponed to today. This was to allow for the police to do an ID parade in some hope that they can link some of these suspects from the 80 to that gang rape that took place on Thursday at an abandoned mine dump. What we can confirm now is that the matter of some of them, when I stepped out of court, at least 2 of the suspects had been called at that time. The matter has now been postponed for those 2 to next week, Wednesday. This was first for them to put their legal representation on record. Most of them had elected for legal aid. The legal aid representative did tell the court that she had been given instructions to appear on behalf of the suspects. However, she had not had a chance yet to consult her consult with the suspects at this time. So that also is one of the reasons for this postponement to take place. There's also been a lot of strict rules and regulations when it comes to this matter. The ID parade has not yet been conducted at this time, and what we know right now is that the ID parade still needs to be conducted to allow for the police to, for the victims to identify, to see whether or not they can identify these suspects and link them to that crime, because this is what we're hoping is the outcome of this matter at this moment, that from those 80 arrested, some can be held responsible for that rape. And that's the reason I feel many of these operations have been taking place following that. This has sparked this interest in the matter. We've seen a huge interest from various political parties, activists, community leaders, all coming out from this area. We know there's been an ongoing issue in this area. However, this case has highlighted that. So we can hope that by the end of today, that those 81 suspects will all have appeared. Their matter will then be postponed. We've told it be done for all of them to next week, Wednesday. We're waiting for that ID parade to be concluded. We're waiting to see if there's any other information that can link them to this charges as well, but also waiting for their legal representation to be given the chance to consult with them. When I was walking out of court, we tried to speak to some of the suspects, many telling us that they don't know anything with regards to the charges of rape. Literally speaking to us, I feel that they've understood only one line and created one line to just reflect that they don't know what these charges are, and they're not these suspects. So it'll be interesting going forward to see what comes out and whether or not police can link any of them to the rape case. Also, those that were arrested yesterday, we saw that mass operation that was taking place with the police and other high-level brass going into the abandoned mines, going into some of the areas that they know are hotspots, and rounding up those that work on the surface of the illegal minings, those that are in the processing. Almost 50 of them were arrested yesterday. One was shot dead at the time yesterday as well during a shootout with the police. They are also expected to appear. The NPA confirmed that they're appearing also here today. However, we don't know on what charges. We know one charge will be the contravention of the Immigration Act. Unsure yet if there are any other additional charges that they will be facing. We're waiting for the NPA to give us also a figure on how many were arrested yesterday and how many are appearing today, as well as what are those charges. But for now, what we can tell you is that the suspects in the 80 that were arrested over the weekend have begun appearing here. It's going to be quite a logistically lengthy process. We're not allowed to take any of the cameras into court as the ID parade has not yet been done. We're not allowed to name any of these suspects at this time, as well as even share any characteristics of these suspects at this stage. That's it for me for now. Back to you in studio, Desiree.
Hasina, thank you so much for that latest update. Hasina Gori there.